Let's now learn how to breathe through the harmonica. And I like to use the phrase breathe through the harmonica because if we use blow or suck, when you blow, your jaw raises, your tongue raises with it, the lips purse down to create a jet of air, and everything that's closed creates thin, whiny tone on the harmonica. When you suck, same thing, and it actually causes unwanted bending. We want to learn how to bend down the road, but our first goal is to open up and create a big tone. This is your chamber. Think about the guitar. The body of the guitar is the resonating chamber of the instrument. If it were tiny, it would create a very thin, whiny tone. As it gets larger and larger, it gets deeper and more resonant. This mouth, from small to big, gets more bassy as I open up. When I play a note on the harmonica, it's not until I actually bring the harmonica in my mouth that good tone is produced, because again, this is my resonating chamber. So this is your tone production on the harmonica. Let's work on that. So, slight yawn. It drops the jaw. Very importantly, lowers the tongue in the back, because if the tongue is humped up, it's going to rob you of good tone and cause unwanted bending. Very important. So my tongue's down, especially in my middle and my back. By going into that slight yawn, it raises my soft palate in the back and closes off my nasal cavity. It's important to have that closed. And that's going to give me good tone. So let's just inhale. You should feel that your nose is closed right now. You shouldn't feel any air coming through your nose, because obviously you want all the air coming through the harmonica. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you put your hand in front, you should feel warm air. So we're always a delivery device of warm air through the harmonica. Let's experiment with that tongue for a moment. We're going to play on your A harmonica, holes 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're going to open your mouth and place it over those 3 holes. You're going to exhale with that warm air, making sure the nose is closed. If it's open right now, you can think about when you have a cold, you commonly will do this to close the back of the nasal cavity so snot doesn't drip down the back of your throat. Again, that yawn, when you start to yawn, you notice to sound like that. Again, that's because I'm closing off the nasal cavity. So take a deep breath and you're going to blow, making sure your nose is closed. Got that big O type embouchure. If I raise my tongue, you'll notice that my tone gets thinner. I'm going to use my hand as a reference to my tongue. Becomes much fuller in sound as my tongue drops. I want you to try that with me. Blow with the tongue down. Slowly bring your tongue up, make it thin and whiny, and then slowly lower it again. You'll need to do this in front of a mirror because not everyone is really aware of what the tongue is doing. So you go to the close-up camera here, look into a mirror and do this. Tongue is humped up right now. And now it's lowered. So I'm going to go from low to high to low. It's important that you gain control mostly of the middle and the back of the tongue. Most of the problems you're going to have being able to play a 2-draw, for example, down the road, or an 8-draw, those are tricky notes to play on the harmonica. If they squeal, have unintended bending, or even stall, it's because that tongue is humped up in the middle of the back. And when you post on my part of the forum at bluesharmonica.com, I'm having trouble with X. A lot of the time my answer is make sure the middle and the back of your tongue is lowered. Last little piece is you're going to tilt the face of the harmonica down slightly. So we're not going to play flat. We're going to play a little bit of a tilt, and that's because when you learn how to play a single note in a moment, tongue blocking, we want to present the face of the harmonica to the top of the tongue. So by tilting the face of the harmonica, it does 2 things. It actually opens up my mouth, allows me to get more harmonic in my mouth. The more harmonic my mouth, the more my jaw drops and the bigger the tone that I get. And also it's going to present the face of the harmonica to my tongue, making tongue blocking easier. So let's do that again. Tilt the face of the harmonica down somewhere between 30 degrees and 45 degrees. Open mouth, insert harmonica. So that's your first practice on the harmonica. Make sure you have a mirror. Check that with your mouth open, no harmonic in your mouth. You're checking that your tongue is lowered in the middle and the back. Then you're going to breathe through the harmonica with warm air, both exhaling and inhaling, making sure that the nasal cavity is closed and that you're presenting warm air in and out of the harmonica.